Captain America and the Winter Soldier is what it's called now,
Yes.
officially, according to the title cards.
So what's next? After that happened, I felt like they crammed as much as they could into this last episode.
What do you think of the finale? Did you?
It wasn't my favorite episode of all of them. It just felt a little. It felt rushed, but
Yeah.
I mean, there was they didn't leave any loose ends.
Yeah.
I feel like they did. They soldered off the ends as fast as possible.
They definitely were trying to cauterize some wounds there,
Yeah.
and just make sure all the loose ends were tied up. I don't think Marvel likes to leave loose ends.
No.
They want their stuff to go, with clean finishes on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and they have to look, and they're setting up like they definitely. This would be some kind of middle story, and maybe that's why you talked about this before, where obviously there was a lot of this was chopped up a lot due to the pandemic.
Okay, that's my biggest observation of the finale there. It really felt choppy.
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Okay, lots of good stuff going on, but things just felt disconnected in a particular way that I can't explain. Cap's big speech there at the end felt a bit much. Like they really wanted to make sure they were getting the messaging out clearly.
Drove that home. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He drove that home.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, obviously that's Captain America. He's kind of heavy duty, right? That's
Yeah.
what's supposed to be his character. But the speech just seemed long and a hair long. But
It did. Yeah.
yeah.
Just when you thought it was about to end, he's just like, and another thing. And it's just like, and he had one more on there. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
Cap, we get it.
And also join your local library
Yes.
and help give books to the homeless or something. But it was okay. But I think in the end we're all gonna wonder what got cut, and Disney's never gonna tell us.
No, they're not.
Because you saw that thing about there was someone found some sort of document. I'm bad at saying document things. Someone found something for the LLC that they built to shoot Falcon and Winter Soldier in Georgia.
Oh,
was
yep.
called Pandemic Productions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Pandemic Productions LLC. That's what they filed under because they make a new LLC for each project.
Got it.
So that's interesting. So, yeah, there's definitely some kind of pandemic angle that we're not seeing. And I think all in all, the whole Flag Smasher angle, I think, got dressed down a little.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the biggest one, even on Flag Smashers and Sharon Carter, that was a big one. It just feels like, oh, man, I feel like she got the Rise of Skywalker treatment. Where just like the whole time you're wondering who is the power broker, and Rise of Skywalker, he's like, I'm the spy. It's just like literally just like, I'm the power broker. It's just like, it was like kind of out of nowhere, but at the same time you expected it, but you'd still expect it to be a little bit of like, we expected it, but did the characters expect it? And that slow reveal, and it never really got revealed to anyone else, right? Other than Carly.
No, she's clear. She's
Yeah.
in the clear. No one knows. So she's going to, I guess, continue with whatever her evil plan is. But
Yeah, and she got a promotion. She got a job in the CIA, she's back in the club.
yeah, that I'm sure that'll play into another show. But the internet called it pretty early.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It was pretty plainly obvious that Sharon Carter was the power broker. There was literally no other suspects.
Yeah.
Unless Mephisto was going to walk in the last scene. I'm the power broker.
Oh man, can you imagine the Road Warrior pop Mephisto's gonna get when he finally shows up in any project? Like literally any project when he shows up, they're gonna be like, finally! It's gonna be like the huge discharge of like Mephisto.
They called it pretty early with her because of her phone. You heard about this, right? The phone. So
The subtitles on the phone, was it?
no, so Apple will not let bad guys use their phones in any film.
Really?
They just won't let it happen. So this is always a tell. Good guys have Apples. The bad guys have whatever generic weird phone, Samsung with a line through it. But they caught her phone early that she didn't have an iPhone. She had some weird whatever phone.
Wow.
And so that was kind of a giveaway that she was eventually.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, yeah, she was definitely doing some shady stuff on her phone.
Yeah.
And you led me into that. That's usually a reshoot when it's phone related. So, but you're right. She probably was the power broker all along. This is probably going to be a longer drawn out project. that they're. I don't know if they're going to lead to another show or to
Yeah.
another movie. I don't know. You had.
Well, they announced another movie.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Captain America 4. Yes.
Yeah, with Sam as
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They did announce that.
So that's happening.
And I feel like now, are they going to start getting? Is Loki the last one? Will they start getting back on track? Because basically, all these shows were basically going to be the vehicle to lead into a film to get people to the theaters.
Yeah.
And like, it didn't work with Wanda just because you had a year and a half separated from Multiverse of Madness,
Right.
with Doctor Strange 2. So that was kind of like, we just need to show it.
Yeah.
And now with this one, this time they were pretty quick to announce Captain America 4 is coming. And obviously it's going to be all these characters are going to be part of it, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
I don't either.
I don't know if that means they thought it really got over or they needed to make sure it got over.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good question, yeah, because
Because they kind of did the same thing with Wonder Woman when it came out, and everybody was like, "What was that?" And then they said, "By the way, we're making another one. Get ready, because next one will be better."
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they're already hedging their bets.
Yeah.
It's just like this is that's. I like this model, but it's just like we'll cut them a slack for these first couple, just because obviously they were still very entertaining. And we'll cut them slack just because, obviously, because the world is in the shape that it is.
And they had to rewrite the whole show, apparently.
They had to rewrite it all. The release dates are all screwed up. These things are mapped out so far in advance that to take one piece and to have to remap it, I'm sure it's definitely pulling the thread, and the thread starts getting, longer and longer.
Yeah, I think if you go back and rewatch it now, again, all the way through, I think you'll see where the threads sort of separate and things, you can tell where things are changed. And I feel like those shots that look like reshoots jump out, anything that's just, you can't see the background all that well, that's not very wide. It's just a person against a background.
Yeah.
Those are dropped in. And anything with like voiceover that's over B-roll, usually some kind of, they're trying to make sure you understand the narrative without actually showing you. They just tell you.
To actually get that in there. Because
Yeah.
this one would be tougher, right? Because Wanda was very gimmicked. And they probably left that one a little bit more intact. For this one,
Yeah.
it was definitely, does a movie ever really get better with your reshoots and studio notes?
I mean, it's kind of a cliche to say no, but I think it can,
It could help.
I think I'm sure lots of people have a lot of opinions, but I think collaboration is good,
Yeah.
And I think it's good for it's good to have, take notes from people that, know what you're trying to accomplish, and, you trust their opinions, you value their opinions, if it's money guys trying to like cut the film shorter so we can show it again, that's another thing. But, I think it's good. Just look at this. Schneider cut. Awesome. I love it. It's good. I'm glad that it exists, but
Yeah.
if there was a 3-hour cut, I bet it would be doper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went from cutting him completely out and doing everything to just like put every single thing, like our parents, like, fine, just do it. That's it.
Here's just put it all in. It's fine. No cuts at all. If they could have found a middle ground where it was just like, maybe we could just get it down to 3 hours instead of 4. I think that exists. There's a lot of fat on it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely having fun with it.
But we will never get the Falcon and the Winter Soldier pandemic cut. I guarantee it.
No, it won't happen because, like you said, it's not even. There's very faint whispers, but there's not going to be a clamoring because look, the show was still good.
Yeah,
it's not that the show was bad.
Yeah,
it's just like it's real. What's really hard is like what we're dealing with WWE is just like when something can be great, when something is just pretty good, you're like, I want it to be great. I'm not saying that this was pretty good was not enough, but great would be awesome.
Right.
It's just like, so it's hard. And then you got characters like John Walker who kind of came in and did so well, and then and just like stole the scenes, and you want to see more.
Sure.
So it's just like,
and we're gonna see more of him for sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He got his U.S. agent. He got his like, that they're setting something up.
To me, the end of the show, the last few scenes, just all felt like post-credit scenes lined up.
You're right.
They just kind of, you see Zemo in prison, you see the Flash Smashers get blown up, you see Zemo in prison, you see the John Walker scene with Elaine from Seinfeld.
Yep.
There
Oh,
was
Val. Yep.
yeah, and then you've got with a Sharon Carter, which was an actual post-credit scene, which was I think was kind of a weak scene, honestly.
True. Yeah, it was kind of weak for a post-credit scene.
Yeah, and then you've got the party. Bucky goes with Sam back to Louisiana. They're having a party on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like no dialogue. That was kind of strange, right? And then it ends with them just looking off into the distance. They don't say anything.
Yeah.
You know, not even like, you know, we did it or something. You know, it just something felt wrong about that. Not bad, just it felt like re-edited.
Well, yeah, and plus, as an audience, we've kind of been trained to expect that these post-credit scenes, that you always have a fun post-credit scene, but then you have the
Yeah.
post-credit scene that's leading into
That's
the
like a
next
storyline
yeah,
scene,
that's
yeah.
leading into the next. You know, it goes all the way back to Thanos saying, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Right.
That led to Endgame. So now everybody expects the one ends the credit scene that's going to tell you what the next thing is. You
Yeah.
know? And we want that. It's not that we don't want it, but I can't decide if it's just like if that was a conscious decision, like we're going to stop doing that, or it's just like our timeline's all screwed up, so we're trying to right the boat as we speak.
Right.
You know, because again, that's 2 shows in a row. You know that it's just they were very good, but you're almost a victim of your own success.
Yeah.
You expect excellence. You know, so it's just like anything less than excellence, you're like you have people questioning. You know,
Right.
because it's just like, would we have been so hard on this kind of stuff if we didn't have all this great material that we were built on? You know, it stands on the shoulders of giants,
Right.
So I don't know. Like, it'd be interesting. I haven't sat and gone through and rewatched Wanda or Winter Soldier, and I don't know if I will. Like I did for Mandalorian, and that holds up.
Yeah.
That holds up very cinematically.
I think I'd like to watch it one more time to just sort of to see it now, having seen it all, you know.
I do enjoy the benefit of a second viewing, especially for something that you're really excited about. And it's just like you almost have to get that one out of the way.
Yeah.
So then you can really go back and just start to take it in and then get your true opinion of what it's going to be.
Here's another thing. When Bucky finally tells his friend that he killed his son,
Oh, yeah.
it's sort of a build up to that, and then it's just over.
Yeah.
There's literally no response.
No, you didn't see that.
What was happening there? And then later he sees the guys having a drink at the bar, but
Yeah, and he just looked at him.
he just it's like, what was that? Is that it?
Did you drive him to drink?
Yeah.
It's like what? Like what's happening? It's like
Yeah,
what?
what's the story here?
So he didn't look at him, like he didn't nod or just anything. But I
Yes.
guess again that felt a little rushed. It's
Yeah.
just like hurry up. We just need to get this guy's name in the book crossed off so he can get rid of this book.
Yeah. So it felt like a beat was missing there. A storyline beat there was missing for me. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what happened, but you know, God bless them. They pulled it off. They did the show. Sam's suit is cool.
Sam's suit's great.
I like the new Captain America suit. I like the new Captain America. I can get into it. I feel like he should have a helmet to protect his head, but you know, whatever. I'm not Marvel. I don't design the suits. Just seems to me like that would be when even Captain America has a helmet. But
Yeah.
I digress.
Yes. Get this man a helmet.
I mean, it's fine. It's over. I'll give it a B, I guess.
Yeah. Again, it's just the same, and I just can't tell if we're getting that Count Dooku, twice the height, double the fall feel.
Yeah.
Of like these shows that we're just so hyped up over. And the next one, you're just so hyped. I mean,
The thing is, I don't think these were supposed to be so hyped. I think the movies were still supposed to be the A product.
Right, exactly.
The A show, this was the B show, but the A show had to get pulled on hold. Now these guys got bumped up, and people are expecting the A show. So
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting because we got a month and then we get Loki, and hype for Loki is going to be through the roof.
Sure.
I mean, Loki and time traveling and basically ties directly into Endgame. So it's going to be interesting how this one plays out.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's going to be the ratings buster. That one's going to, obviously everyone loves Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
and then we got Luke Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do a Luke Wilson impression?
I don't know if I can. Wow.
Wow.
That's it. Wow. Oh, Owen.
Oh, Owen Wilson.
Owen
That's
Wilson,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, Luke Wilson
Yeah.
doesn't have an impression.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
he probably does.
Yeah.
Melissa Villaseñor,
Yeah.
SNL shout out. She's like the queen of impressions that you didn't even know existed. Like I watched her do a Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
Of just basically Kristen Wiig chickening out on a skydiving expedition, and you're like, holy shit, it was so good.
That's funny. Yeah, she's good. Anyway, all right. Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yes.
It happened.
Rewatch it. Check it out.